What up, what up, what up? I am Case Knee here, back again with another behind the scenes video, but this one isn't on location, it's actually inside studio. So I'm gonna give y'all some inside insight towards how I do my in-studio shoots. This was with a lovely model by the name of Janae. I'll put her information, you know what I'm saying, in the description and all that type of stuff. So y'all can check her out, give her a follow and all that. So this was a fashion shoot. We were doing a 3-light setup, you know what I'm saying? She had a nice, interesting fit on, you know what I'm saying? Nice colors, you know what I'm saying? Had like the beige with the white and the red, and y'all will see it. Y'all will see that in a second. But yeah, we're gonna go through some different poses, you know what I'm saying? The 3-light setup, you know what I'm saying? The key light, the main light, you know what I'm saying? With 2 rim lights with nice grids on them, you know what I'm saying? So we can give that nice edge to our models with the separation from the backdrop and all that. You know, we're gonna get into it today. Let's go.
Lack of okay.
So yeah, so we get into it with this 3-light setup. So we had, you know, the main light, the key light, you know what I'm saying? That was at about half power to about 1/4, right around that range. And then we had the rim lights on a grid. I had those also at a half power, but sometimes I would bump it up to full power depending on, you know what I'm saying, how much edge I want to show for the rim light. Of course, they had grids on them to cut out a lot of that spill so it wouldn't just overpower the model and, you know what I'm saying, get back into the camera and all that type of stuff. But everything was at like a 45-degree angle, you know what I'm saying, from the key light, you know what I'm saying, to my right, and, you know what I'm saying, 2 rim lights, strip boxes in the back corners. So that gave good separation from the backdrop, you know, with also highlighting her hair, you know what I'm saying, the edge of her clothing and all that type of stuff, you know. So from there, with that 1-light main still up front, that still give you shadows to this side, you know what I'm saying? So that still shapes the model, you know what I'm saying, give me that look that I was looking for, with also with a nice, bright, strong rim light coming from the rear. So typically with that main key light, I use a large softbox to, you know what I'm saying, get that good wraparound, you know what I'm saying, that soft lighting hitting on the face and everything is still stretching down, you know what I'm saying, from the head to the toes and all that. So I usually use a large, you know what I'm saying, light source. So that's what I did with the key light up front, but then in the back, those lights were strip boxes with grids on them. So you can get that nice thin edge on your subjects. So that's my 3-light setup. That's like a go-to for everybody. It definitely produces dope, sharp images. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a handy lighting setup to go to where you know you're gonna get good shots from it. You know what I'm saying? So with that key light up front, that strong lighting up front, you know what I'm saying, it still produces good shadows on the opposite side. And with those rim lights in the back, it's just, you know, chef's kiss. You know, what more can I say? All right, so that was the lighting setup. So let's get into the camera gear and settings and all that type of stuff. Of course, the settings might be different for different occasions inside studio. It's not a one-size-fit-all settings ever. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be different. But particularly, people want to know what settings I use. So It was basically a low ISO. I use a Nikon Z7, so my ISO goes down to 64. So that's typically where I'm at in studio, unless I need more sensitivity. In those separate situations, I might be using something like a LED lighting source or something like that, or might be using candle lights or something. Then I need more light. Then of course I'll bump, in those type of situations. So for my camera settings, like shutter speed, I think I was around 1600. I was shooting high speed sync, somewhere between 1600 and I believe I might have went up to 3200 at the most. So from there, I was using mostly my 7200, my 24 to 70 2.8. So I was usually around that 2.8 range because I did want a little more separation from the background, because I wanted a little more fall off as far as the depth on the skin and all that type of stuff. So I was shooting at a lower aperture. I didn't want everything super tack sharp and focused from head to toe, so that's why I was shooting at 2.8. All right, so then from the 24 to 70, after that, we did like some headshots, because the 24 to 70, you know what I'm saying, nothing wrong with it, but I typically use that for more wider shots. And I use my 105 Sigma Art 1.4 for things that's like tight, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that in studio. I use that most of the time for my headshots. To me, it's a little more sharper, I guess because it's a prime lens and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, the 24 to 70 is definitely sharp as can be. But I think the prime aspect of that 105 with the compression and all that type of stuff is just a little sharper to me for my eyes. So that's what I did, switched to that 105 to get a little bit of headshots in. And of course, you know what I'm saying, for that, again, I was shooting at a lower f-stop, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get that thin, narrow depth of field, you know what I'm saying, for that breakdown of the sharpness from the front of her face to the back of her head. I'll show a couple photos of that so you can see how sharp it is, you know what I'm saying, on the tips of her face, you know what I'm saying, nose and eyes and all that type of stuff. And then as you get to the curls in her hair and stuff like that, it starts to fade off and break down and all that type of stuff. I think it was dope. Let me know what you think about it. But yeah. So that was pretty much the setup, the lighting, the camera settings and all that type of stuff. But yeah. We definitely got busy, you know what I'm saying? Definitely some dope posing from a dope model, you know what I'm saying? Dope lighting setup. Yeah, y'all see what we got. All right, so this particular model, you know what I'm saying, she's pretty experienced, you know what I'm saying? She do fashion shows, runways, and she hosts fashion shows and all that type of stuff. So she didn't need much posing per se, you know what I'm saying? But I still like to step in and say, hey, let's try this. You know what I'm saying? I might see things a little differently. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's try this with your hand here, and let's try this from the side view. Hey, that pose you just did, let's do that from the right side instead of the left side. Or, you know what I'm saying? Let's try it a million different ways and we'll see what we come up with. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It produces good images to me. You know what I'm saying? To where the model, you know what I'm saying, knows what she's doing and you can contribute as well. Because you don't want to be that photographer that just be like, just let the model do whatever and you didn't contribute nothing but pushing a button. Or you could be that guy who's too timid and instead of letting her know, hey, that don't look good, you might just let her run, and then at the end of the shoot, she like, well, I don't like none of these, or you yourself didn't like none of these because it wasn't what you envisioned. So you definitely got to speak up sometime and let them know, all right, boom, let's try this. I was thinking about this. Let's go with this vibe, this mood. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature to get that desired outcome for the both of y'all. Yeah, so we definitely was doing a bunch of full body shots, you know what I'm saying, from that lower angle perspective. I think that was kind of dope, kind of creative, you know what I'm saying, to where, you know what I'm saying, you got like the foot closer to the frame, you know what I'm saying, with the head stretching out, you know behind and all that type of stuff. I think that came out dope, you know what I'm saying, different perspective with a wider lens like the 24-70, you know what I'm saying, that's easy to accomplish without being too wide like a 16 millimeter, you know what I'm saying, where you get that a lot of distortion. I think the 24 for me is like that sweet spot when you don't want that extra warping from it being an ultra wide lens. And then we did, of course, some close-ups, you know what I'm saying, some half bodies, you know what I'm saying, all the way at the 70 millimeter range, and then even closer and tighter with that 105. You know what I'm saying, we did that with some headshots and some, you know what I'm saying, quarter lengths and stuff like that. That's usually my setup. I typically switch back and forth between the two. When I'm trying to do something wide, you know what I'm saying, I go for the 24-70, you know what I'm saying, something tighter, I go for the 105. Yeah, so that's what we did. We played around with different compositions, you know what I'm saying, trying to eliminate as much negative space. So we did some tight shots and all that type of stuff. Yeah, y'all get all that. Y'all see it, y'all see. Okay, so that, another thing that people tend to, I guess, struggle with or forget about, I won't say struggle, but you know what I'm saying, sometimes you just forget about things and as you're moving and grooving, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. A lot of people just automatically set their light up at a 45-degree angle from above, you know what I'm saying, to give that look like it's coming from the sun or something like that, but then you set it up too high that it doesn't illuminate the eyes well, or, you know what I'm saying, give you good catch lights. Without those catch lights, a lot of the times your subject eyes just look dull. You know what I'm saying? They say it's kind of like a deer in the headlights type of thing, you know what I'm saying, the way the eyes of your subject look. So you definitely want to make sure that you have that light low enough to where, you know what I'm saying, you illuminate them eyes good. So that's, you know what I'm saying, a big thing that you want to pay attention to. All right, so definitely, you know what I'm saying, I try to, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to my eyes and catch lights, you know what I'm saying, make sure everything is illuminated. You know what I'm saying, most of this shoot, you know what I'm saying, the model had on some sunglasses on parts of it, but still wanted to have that light low enough to show some of those reflections in the light also, because I think that was cool. Also, you know what I'm saying, you saw some rim edging from the rim lights in the back. I think that was cool for the shades as well. So it all depends on, you know what I'm saying, your taste, what you like, and you know what I'm saying, what the look that you're going for. Okay, so typically what I took and did with a lot of these photos, you know, just cleaned up, you know, the typical stuff like blemishes and things of that nature, just to, you know, clean out the skin, you know, a little bit of dodge and burn, a little bit of frequency separation, you know, made a little bit of color adjustments, you know, color grading here and there, but that's typically what I go through as far as my basic edits. I don't want to go too far to where your subject look fake, you know what I'm saying, like a little plastic doll or like it's AI or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I typically try to stay more towards the realism. That's what I like. So that's typically the lane that I try to stay in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are leaning towards more of that AI look. I mean, it's not really for me, but I think they do produce some cool looking images, you know what I'm saying, sometimes. But I like to be able to stand on that this was something that I produced myself. So I feel like with AI, it's like the computer is helping you, for me, in my opinion. So I like to be able to say this was 100% me. That's all. So that was all I had for this particular studio shoot. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if there was a different lighting setup that you might have used or a different lighting setup that you would want to see. A lot of times I do this 3-point, you know what I'm saying, setup, but I also do 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 lights, you know what I'm saying? Strobe mixed with LED, you know what I'm saying? Color gels or color RGB lights, you know what I'm saying? All of the above. You know what I'm saying? I try to do it all. I try to be as versatile as I possibly can. So yeah. So if there was anything that you would like to see me shoot next, or, you know what I'm saying, something that you shoot that you would like to see how I would do it, you know what I'm saying, let me know. But hope you enjoyed this video. That was a behind the scenes look on a nice fashion shoot with a lovely model named Janae. Again, you know what I'm saying, all her info will be down below so you can check her out. But y'all know what to do. You know, like, share, comment, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, hit that noti bell. And I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.